You're live.
We live, waiting on
Cool.
people to come in.
Cool.
Hey everybody. Hope everybody had a good weekend.
How's everybody doing? I'm down here with Gerraldfarms today. We're going to have a little live together this evening.
See what kind of trouble we can get in.
Exactly. Man, it's showing up in my... that we're live.
Somebody's there. Hey, Mr. Steve.
Hey, Steve. How you doing?
We're trying to get it pulled up on Monty's phone so we can read the comments. That fan's not too loud in the phone there, is it, Mr. Steve?
Uh-oh, this ain't going to work good. Yeah.
You got to turn our volume down.
Yeah, there we go.
Fan is fine. Well, guys.
Oh, okay. Welsh Farms is on here too.
Hey, Welsh
good
Farms.
evening.
Well, guys, we got Mr. Monty here. He come to visit us and hang out on the live stream.
Yeah, how's everybody doing? Oh, cool. I'm glad you like it. Thank you.
Everybody having a good weekend? The temperature's changed here. The temp's a lot better now. Hey, Midwest.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Yeah, it's cool. I brought some cool weather down with me.
Yeah.
I'm from up north.
Yeah. He should have come earlier in the summer if he could have brought some cool weather.
Yeah, I thought you was up there because it was awful hot up there.
How cool is it? I think it's 70.
Yeah, it was like 75, I think it said in the car.
Hey, Gordon. Gordon, you need to try to go to Fayetteville Racetrack this coming weekend. We can meet and hang out if it's not too far for you.
Sorry, I looked down to read the comments on my phone. In the 50s here.
Yeah, it's still not quite that cool here yet.
No. It's supposed to get down in the 40s back home at night. So I guess fall's on its way.
We checked the hayfields again earlier this week, and I'm pretty sure that we not gonna get no fourth cutting other than maybe that 10-acre field. I've got one 10-acre field that's a lot lower ground, and it was one of the first ones we sprayed again.
Okay.
With nitrogen.
Hold some moisture.
Yeah, it had moisture because it's bone dry here.
Yeah, it's been real dry. We have had a couple showers around my house. I think we had a ½ inch earlier in the week, but it was so dry it soaked that up and it's going already.
We actually got, coming home from the football game Friday night, we got into a sprinkle, but nothing here. And yesterday I left about 4 o'clock to go to the racetrack. We got maybe a tenth here.
Okay.
Just enough to help settle the dust. Hey Brad, how you doing, buddy?
Hey Brad. Glad you came in to join us this evening.
If I missed some of y'all's comments, y'all, I'm sorry. I've got the phone.
Well, and I'm right-handed, so he can't see.
I got the phone further away from me so I can read the comments.
Yeah.
So we can see both of us too.
Yeah.
I could let Monty do the live stream and I could go try to start cooking something.
Oh, please stay. Don't hang me out like that.
So Gordon, you only about an hour away from Fayetteville. I'm about an hour and 35 minutes from Fayetteville. I'm closer than I am. And if any of y'all guys are in the area and you want to go to a big late model race, they're paying $15,000 to win next Saturday night.
Well, Brad, you gotten 4 inches of rain this week? Wow.
Yeah, we desperately need it. Hey, Yorkshire George.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, it's going to be so muddy at your place. You're not going to get Well, I guess you already got your fall seeding in, your rye and stuff, don't you?
It's weird when you look at this camera, the camera, and you look down here to try to read the comments. You see, and it's like a delay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Hey Mallard, how you doing,
Hey,
buddy?
how you doing? Some hot biscuits.
To go with the
Oh, go with the syrup. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if my wife and kids will share that syrup.
Oh my.
I feel sure she'd share the syrup, but I don't know if we could talk her into cooking the biscuit or not.
I'll let you on that one. I know what you're going to do. You're going to go ahead and say, Mr. Monty wants some
Yeah,
biscuits.
Mr. Monty wants to try the syrup on some good biscuits.
Hang me out. I know how it's going to go. Oh, there's Brian. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Brian.
Still have more rye to plant.
Yes, almost need to put
Pontoons
pontoons
on
on
a
it.
tractor.
That's the way we felt last year about this time with all the rain from the
Hi,
hurricane.
Brian.
Let me put you.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean about the pontoons. It's been wet. Past 2 springs have been terrible around our farm. I mean, last year I had like 3 acres of ground I couldn't even cut because it just laid wet all summer.
Did I miss anything?
No, I don't think so.
Talking to Gordon. Brian, I tried to call you yesterday on the way to the racetrack. I was gonna try to get you to come over tonight. We'd have had 3 of us on here.
Wow,
First time with a guest would have been with 2 guests.
that would have been cool.
Everything's going good, Brian. We
Yeah.
enjoying the cooler weather.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the cooler weather. Been talking to Jackie a little while here. Been having some good conversations, good laughs.
Just got out the field. You about got everything baled that you got on the ground? Either you dragging or you got too much on the ground. Three-acre patch. That's the same way,
Oh my, standing water all summer. Unreal.
Monty. Wow.
On sandy soils. Wow.
We haven't had the standing water issue this year for sure.
It dried up enough at our farm that by second cutting I could get into a lot of them places. But last year I couldn't get into them at all. Got 40 acres for tomorrow. Wow, at one spot. At least it's all in one spot.
And I think another 30-acre tract.
Oh yeah, that's
70
what
acres.
he said. Yeah. Used to be done tomorrow before the rain. Wow.
Yeah, I won't never get 70 acres baled in one day.
Man, most I've ever baled is 75 bales in one day.
Wow. Yeah, that's generally up until this year, I would never put more than 20 or 25 acres on the ground at a time.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Go ahead.
But this year, with trying to take on that much more hayland, I did do about 40.
Wow.
But, we was able to get it, but it was just too much.
Wow. Most I can do is about 10 to 12 in a day between. So I get it raked, baled, and start to put it away because I'm kind of anal about putting my hay away at night.
Right.
If I got the storage, I want it out of the field.
Right.
Because you never know if you got rain a couple of days, then it gets wet. And in our area, it's hard to sell wet hay.
Right.
And then you also take the chance of it, at least this is the way I feel. You take the chance of it killing the grass underneath the bale.
Right.
And
Very
I
true.
don't like weeds in my yard. Oh my. 210 acres down at once.
I won't be able to sleep at night, Brian, until I got it up.
No. Okay.
Oh. Hey, Farmall.
Hey.
Appreciate
how you
y'all
doing?
coming in. Shoot us a thumbs up if you would, if you haven't.
Yeah.
The way Monty's handling this live stream, I think I'm just gonna go send my extra phone with him and let him do my live streams for me.
Well, at least we could both be on there at the
Same
same
time.
time. Oh, how's the new tractor going, Brian?
Yeah, bro, he's got the Massey back now, don't he?
I think he got it
Yeah,
back.
I think so. Hey, Mark.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got it back. That thing's got some bright lights on it.
Yeah, it
He was
does.
doing a live the other
Yeah.
night, and I seen the lights.
Oh, I missed the live the other night.
She's a caddy.
She's a caddy. I know one thing. I put LED lights on my 1086, and you wouldn't think a hay farmer would need lights.
Right.
But man, that made a world of difference. You wouldn't believe how much brighter that is. I
Yeah.
love them. They weren't that expensive, and I
Made a big
love. Oh
difference.
my, much difference day and night.
Hey, Gerraldfarms.
Hi, how you doing?
I've never run into needing lights until this year. You know, when we was trying to do like the 40 acres.
Yeah.
And if I'd only had a few lights, even if I'd had the factory lights working,
Yeah.
I could have finished up the acre
Yeah.
that I had going
Yeah.
instead of making a trip back the next day.
Yeah, I've mowed hay a couple times at night, but it seems like I always got some bush hogging, late season bush hogging to do.
Right.
And it gets dark so early on me, and I had a couple lights out, and I needed to replace them, and I just decided to do the upgrade. And man, I don't regret that.
Did you ever get your 1086 back together?
No, I just pulled the fuel tank out of it last Friday and took the priority valve out of it. I think either the unloading valve or the relief in that is bad.
Okay.
So I got that all taken apart. I didn't make any videos. I usually don't make a video of too much wrenching because sometimes I get too frustrated.
Yeah, the lights
Yeah.
were very important.
Yeah.
I was just hoping that you didn't have it fixed and didn't, because I'd asked you to brought it.
Oh
could've
man, if
used
I'd have had a big enough trailer, I mean, if we all were just closer and we
Right.
could help each other out.
Yeah, that'd be a long haul for the tractor.
Yeah, I don't have a truck or trailer big enough. I need a semi driver for a couple of weeks. I got my Class A CDLs. Man, I wish I could take off and come down.
The light blinking. That thing blinked last Sunday night. When I tried it during the week, I can't find which one's blinking.
Oh, okay.
So if you see it, let me know and I'll go screw it
All
loose.
right.
Hey guys, what do y'all think about Mr. Monty being the first guest on our live stream? You remember the sign that we had made in Pigeon Forge, the cedar sign? The winner never claimed it. What y'all think about giving it to Monty? Y'all want to give the sign to Monty?
Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting anything like that. Hi, Mark. I'm from Maryland.
Great first guess. Give the sign to Monty. Good deal. The other person must have come in just because I had a giveaway on the video, I reckon. And when I've done it fair and pulled the name, never heard nothing back. I seen a comment there.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
Walsh Farms. I ain't sure if you've been in here tonight or not. Appreciate you
How you
stopping
doing? Yeah.
in. Yeah, he's the first. Let me grab it and I'll sit it over here. Because if not, I'll be let you leave and forgot it.
Man, look at that. That is a cool sign.
Now, if he leaves it, it's his own fault. We'll give it to the second guest.
Give it to the second guest. Okay.
How do you like Dirty Myrtle?
Dirty. It's a nice place to visit. I wouldn't want to live there. I like being from the north. Man, look at that. That is a nice sign. That's what the locals call it.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Like I say, it's a nice place to visit. I just wouldn't want to live there.
Too much traffic for me.
Well,
As my hair is turning grayer, my patience is getting shorter and shorter for traffic.
yeah, I don't deal well with traffic.
Like where you live, do you have traffic?
Oh my God, you wouldn't believe it. It's we got 3 major highways coming together at one spot, and there's nights it takes me 45 minutes to get through 10 miles to try to get home from the farm, because I
Wow.
don't live where I farm. So I usually try to pick my times. I'll stay at the farm later and it'll get better and stuff, or I'll pick a back way, and that back way might take me 30 minutes, but at least I'm moving. Oh, that's right. You guys are going down to the show next week.
We thinking about it.
I'll look that up. I can't get away next week. I'm sorry. I'd have loved to come to that.
I cannot read it. What was it?
And I had to go through Toronto. 12 lanes each. Oh my word. 12 lanes each way. There's no way.
No, I couldn't.
I couldn't handle that.
Like
Traffic. Me and traffic work better in my wife's car than it does my pickup. So that's all I'm gonna say about that.
It don't work good for me and nothing. We just like when I went and met Mr. Monty, it was probably 10, 12 miles away, and it took us about 10 minutes to get back.
Yeah.
That's my kind of traffic.
I passed the test. I got invited to the shop.
I had to meet him down the road, and
I will admit though, when I got in his truck and he handed me a blindfold, I got a little worried. But no, we're having a good time.
yeah, we're looking forward to trying to make it to the expo up there in Georgia. As long as we can both get away and nothing crazy comes up.
But yeah, in the state of Maryland, you got Baltimore, it has a beltway. Washington, D.C. has a beltway. There's 2 major highways that feed them. And from the western part of the state, there's a lot of traffic that commutes back and forth to work every day. And it's terrible.
Hey, Tim.
Hi, Tim. Okay.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
I went to Washington. I forgot about when my son was like in 9th or 10th grade.
Okay.
I went up to Washington and done the museums and stuff with his
Oh yeah,
class.
we haven't even went to all of them yet. We went to some of them. They're cool.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I wish I wanted to go back. Moving equipment.
Yeah.
Hey, Benny's.
Hi, Benny. But even in my area, people don't even respect equipment running on the road anymore. It's I've run equipment all my life on the road, and I can tell you, in the past 30 to 40 years, it's just nobody has any patience, no respect for a farmer in our area running equipment. And equipment's got so big, you can't run it down the road without taking part of the shoulder and part of the other lane, and it's terrible.
Hey, Walker Dairy Farms.
Hi, Walker.
No, I didn't quarantine him. I checked him out good though first. Hey, Mr. David.
Hi.
It's bad here on the road also. I don't even like to get on the road with equipment no more.
I know what you mean.
Yes.
I know exactly what you mean. You know, most people are pretty respectful, but it's just a few that ruin it for other people. I had an instance this summer where I was going down the road with my 1086 and haybind, and the shoulder, I was only running like 2 feet out into the travel lane, and dump trucks and tractor and trailers were passing me on this road and running oncoming traffic off the road. And it's like, man, I wish I could go somewhere else. I couldn't believe they did it, really.
Right. Whenever with our old tractors and stuff, we hand signal. Even if there's only a hay spear behind my tractor, we paying attention and hanging out in their lane, and they're gonna pass you anyway.
Yeah, I have the same problem. And that's part of the reason why I fixed all the lights on the tractors and put LEDs, because
Right.
when I run it on the road, I turn the lights on.
Right.
The 4-way blinkers are on. I got the blinkers working on the tractor now. But it's still, people just don't pay. They're always in such a hurry.
And now, if I'm moving something, I try to make sure we got a follow vehicle behind us. Didn't like my son or my wife, and if they know where I'm turning, they'll just get over and take the other lane.
Yeah.
So that way, there's no way you're gonna turn. They're gonna pass you, and you turn into them.
Exactly. I know.
I mean, we hate to hog it up, but
I know what you're saying. I mean, if I'm there's times when I get ready to make a left-hand turn, I just run down the middle of the road so nobody can go around
Right.
me. I hate to be like that, but I don't know what else to do.
because I do want to go home at the end of the day.
I do too. It just
It's not, and it don't seem too many years ago, and it's getting a lot worse. Seems like
yeah.
instead of getting any better. Let me pour this water out this bottle. Yeah,
Yeah, Gordon, you've had the same thing happen to you. Same here in Michigan, Mark. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to do. It's just, you got to run your equipment on the road to get to, your ground, but it just, that's why you stop.
riding bikes. Yeah,
Jackie and I was talking about that earlier.
we was talking about how me and my wife and a bunch of our friends, we used to ride motorcycles and stuff, and it's just, the road's just way too
You're
crazy
right,
now.
Steve.
I think it was Mr. David telling me that in the past they was moving equipment and had a follow vehicle, and they will, if I remember correctly, how I said to take the lane away so they can't pass.
Yeah.
The truck went off in the ditch,
Oh, I don't.
passed them both in the ditch, come out the ditch.
I wouldn't doubt that a bit. I mean, people just, they don't know. They're not taught that in driver's ed, and not really taught that. I hate to blame parents, but a lot of parents just don't realize that either, and don't teach their kids that.
Right.
Us in the farming community, we've tried to teach our kids that, but a lot of city people just don't understand that. They're just point A to point B and want to get there.
And always in a hurry.
Exactly.
Hurry up and get there and wait. So what's everybody had going on the weekend? Understand the situation.
Yeah, you're right, Goslin. Yes, sir.
Very true.
I'm not sticking my nose up at you guys. I wear bifocals. I gotta look through the bottom of the lens to see the comments.
And I got on no focals and can't see hardly, not up close.
Oh, if I took my glasses off, it would just be a blurry screen of us sitting there. That's all. And I'd see the comment, but they'd just be all blurred.
That's about how they look. I can see us.
Oh, okay. Well, you do very well then.
Clint delivered a load to Allendale.
Run into the side of.
Hey, Rocky Run.
Hi, Rocky.
And now that I
Wow.
got the Facebook to help go along with the YouTube channel, it's like every day somebody's posting vehicles or tractors that's been hit and
Yes.
run over.
Yeah,
About every day.
it is.
And I hate to imagine what it would do to me on my little old tractor if it's tearing them big cab tractors and stuff up the way it is.
I've thought about that because I got that Farmall 400 that I run on the road some, and I think about that quite often.
It would, if it's tearing them big tractors up, it would be bad for me to get hit on that 574.
It would. It would.
I reckon the best you could hope for is it would throw me off of it out the way.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That would be the best case, I believe.
There, Brian's back.
Brian's back. Everybody quit talking about him.
Yeah.
How long you on vacation?
Been on vacation for a couple days. Just kind of relaxing and having fun.
A man got killed about 3 miles from y'all.
Oh man.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Dang. That's got my mind scrambled for a second.
I know, mine too. What's vacation?
They're hard to come by.
They are hard to come by, I can tell you. It's the first one all year. Sometimes you just got to get away and de-stress. That's all I can say.
We normally do once a year. We go to the mountains.
Okay.
Up
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
We line up, help to keep an eye on the cows and stuff.
Oh man, I wish I could. I love that. I'd love to do that, Brian. But I'm sorry, it's not in the schedule.
Vacations what rich people take.
Yeah. I'm not rich, believe me.
You haven't had a vacation?
10 years.
Whenever you come here to bring the snowmobile, Mr. Steve, that can be a vacation.
There you go.
I probably won't have no hay or nothing to put you to work in November like that this year.
Cut a lot of hay with a 300 and a mounted sickle mower. Wow.
Doing the paperwork for it now. Yeah, he told me Mr. Steve's got his passport and all done.
Oh, cool.
To come in.
That's right. He's from Canada.
Canada, yep.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm so used to reaching up there.
It's all right.
Staycation.
Yeah, I've done that before. I end up working all the time.
Hey, Mr. Rowdy.
Hi, Rowdy.
I see that line.
Passport in 6 days. Yeah. Oh, I see which one it is now.
I see which one it is now. Pick the back it out where to quit flashing.
Almost like they wanted to get rid of you. Wow.
Now it won't be blinking, get my attention.
Whole lot of carrying on.
Yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A lot of BS.
6 days is unheard of. Yeah, I know it sounds fast.
Yeah.
I've never had to get one to go to North Carolina or nowhere. I don't go too far.
That's why we stay in the States.
Yeah. They might not let me back. If I go out, they might say, y'all just keep him.
I've been afraid of that. I'm not even sure they'd let me out of the States.
Hey, truck boy.
Hey, truck boy.
Truck boy, this is Monty.
I know since my kids have moved out, I've been more places in the United States than I ever dreamed I would be. They've been 3/4 away across the United States, and we've flown out to visit them. So I never thought I'd get places like that, like I've been. You had rain yesterday?
We had just a little bit, not even enough to really measure here, Brian.
It rained up close to Bass Pro at Myrtle Beach today. We rode up there, and the road was wet when we got up there.
Hey, 69, Drew.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, AJ.
Hi, AJ.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. It's a lot easier when you got
Yeah,
help here.
it is. I like sitting here reading the comments and answering them. It takes me way too long to type stuff out on the iPad at home. I'm like, the whole conversation's changed by the time I've gotten my question.
Me too. It would be cool if everybody could be like, if it, just sitting in front of their phone, we all could see each
just a
other
big
talk.
conversation. Yeah, man, that would be cool. I wish we could do that.
We'd probably talk all over each other though.
Yeah, we would, but we'd eventually get the hang of it. Oh, they're asking about the ad again. Okay. Scott was asking about that, I think, middle of the week when you had your live stream.
Yeah, I think Thursday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thursday I wasn't able to do no filming to put a video up, and I just shot a
Yeah.
live up the chat, and
Oh,
a lot of the guys liked it, and so we might actually pick another day during the week and do another live.
All right, Goslin, what makes you faster on your phone? Can you actually type with both fingers on your phone? I'm still, don't matter if I use a tablet or the phone, I use one finger at a time.
Maybe check out Saskatchewan, I believe, if I'm seeing that right. No? Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, Mark, it's a retired dairy farm. They quit milking cattle there in 87, I think, is the last time there was dairy herd in the barn. And if you go back and watch one of my videos, putting hay in the barn, you can see where I stripped all the stanchions and everything out. Yeah, that's what I do. One thumb at a time on the phone. One finger at a time on the iPad. But yeah, I took all the stanchions out of the barn, and that's kind of what the skid loader was got for. Barn ceilings are 9.5 feet tall, and I make a 4x4 bale, and I can stick, just enough room to slide them in on top of each other and everything.
Right.
You got to watch. Sometimes putting hay in at night doesn't work real well because it's like holding a sheet of plywood up in front of the lights. That's how I broke the bale spear that one day. I was trying to raise a bale and didn't realize it was against the ceiling.
Did you mess up anything?
Just a bale spear. Broke it completely off. Well, I cracked it at night and it broke the next morning because I got tired of fighting it.
You did the dairy thing for 14 years, AJ?
Okay.
If I try it with one finger or two, normally it auto corrects it to what it wants it and not what I want it to say.
Yeah, and then sometimes I've hit the button to go ahead and put the comment up, and then I read it. I don't always proofread because I'm so worried about the conversation changing until I get
before you get your comment.
Yeah, and I've had to actually take them down a couple of times.
I have too.
Or I forget to put a word in sometimes, and then they don't make any sense.
My wife fusses at me like when I put captions and stuff in the videos.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll auto correct it to from what I want it to, I reckon, the proper way or a more popular word.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just don't stress over it. She's a stickler though. She wants it proper.
I mean, most of the time I like autocorrect, especially when you can't spell real good.
Right. It does help me some too now.
It does help. That's why I never turn it off on anything.
Better to complain about it when it messes up, but it's helping us a lot too, I reckon.
Yeah. It's funny. One of the guys and I at work, we our desks are side by side, and when we do our paperwork, he'll look over at me and go, "How do you spell this word?" I've gotten to the point anymore. If you ask Siri, it works real good.
Smell check too.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Monty got to see the rebeller.
Man, that is cool. I can't wait till he puts a video up of that. Very simple. I'm sure it took a lot of hours to build it and figure it out, but it's very simple. I mean, it should work really well.
It did on the what little bit we've tested it and run it. We've run several hundred square bales, but nothing like I wish we was running already.
I understand that. Sometimes just make a little video and put it up for us because I'm really interested in seeing that done. I mean, it just and especially when you work by yourself, you can't have a square baler. Mower instead of a windrower.
Brian, you bad as my wife. See there? See, Brian noticed that on that video. I put nice windrow, and it changed it to window.
Yeah,
but I wasn't gonna go back and take it all out.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I just didn't say anything.
You noticed it too?
Yeah, but I didn't say anything. I kind of figured that's what went on.
And I've been telling everybody that I got a good community around me.
You do. We don't bust your chops for stuff like that.
Somebody said a while ago the last time they put hay in the barn at night, the barn got bigger.
Yeah, I could see that happening. Yeah, when you turn the lights on the skid loader, a 4x4 bale might as well be an 8x8 because the lights are right there. You can't see. Not unless you raise it the whole way, you can't see. And I can't go through the barn door with it raised the whole way.
Don't talk about it. Said they think they all noticed it.
Yeah.
See, now y'all gonna have me more paranoid, and I'm gonna have to pay better attention to what I'm doing. Y'all gonna make me work harder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great guys.
Like
great.
I say, we just didn't bust your chops
That's
for
good,
it.
though.
You
That's
know,
good.
we all
So-
knew what you meant.
We figured we'll wait till he's got his first guest on the live, and we'll bust his chops over the.
Evidently, that's what they've done. I had nothing to do with that.
And if my wife happens to be watching, she's gonna be like, "I told you, didn't I tell you all them guys?"
Oh my, yeah. If you carry 2 4x4s, I've been tempted to make a double spear, but I just haven't done it yet. I helped a farming buddy of mine. He had a bunch of straw squared into 4x4x8 square bales, and we were picking 2 and 3 up with his skid loader. Oh yeah, that's just that's scary driving forward. When you got to the truck to slide them up in the back, you would kind of turn the skid loader sideways and find the truck and drive up to the side and then spin around into it because there was no hope of finding it.
Right.
I mean, you might as well just had your eyes closed.
That's the reason we make ours about 5 foot 2 or 3 inches.
Yeah.
Because of us loading them in the bed of people's pickup trucks,
Yes.
where we don't have a front end loader.
Yes.
And we've had an accident before where we've
I
broke
can
tail
understand.
lights out.
I can understand that.
So we made the bales where there's a couple inches on each side. Gotta follow the landmark. Haven't seen Ted yet. No, I ain't seen Ted either.
Yeah. And they're back in the summer when I did first cutting. I was loading some bales at night, and it doesn't show in my videos, but my ground is very hilly. And I hit another bale with the skid loader and turned it sideways, and it rolled down the hill through the woods. Luckily, I got it back the next day, but I had to go like 50 feet down through the woods
To get it out of the
Yeah,
woods.
to get it out of the woods. I mean, so it.
Well, you haven't seen no hills in this area though. There ain't
No,
enough hill here
no.
for nothing to roll off.
No, I wouldn't know how to bale this ground then. My ground, when you got to actually give it some thought before you kick the bale out of the baler.
Wow.
Yeah, because you got to figure if you're setting the right way. I've had them run back up against the baler.
Waiting for the cow to have her triplet.
Oh my.
He's baling silage bales. Not sure how it went. Yeah, I did see something about he was gonna do.
Oh, you got a tail light too? Okay. Flat ground is boring to farm. Well, I like to be bored for a little while.
Well, if I had heels, I definitely wouldn't have enough horsepower to run my baler.
I tell you what, that's why I got the 1086, and you'd be surprised. I mean, my hills are steep. It, like I say, it don't show it. That baler and the hay
Right.
vine will actually push it around a little bit
Wow.
in some of my places.
Wow.
So, Goslin, you made rounds on hills for years. Lost 2, found 1. I usually have one or 2 roll off every year, and there's one I know where it's at, but it's too steep to get the skid loader down into where it's at.
Brian had one to roll about a half a mile yesterday.
Oh my, oh my.
The only
I
way
see.
ours moves is if somebody takes them out the field.
Stop when it hits the woods. Okay.
We had a couple when certain hay fields we first got.
Yeah.
A couple years back, we learned not to stack them there and leave them because they would get gone.
Okay. Okay, I understand that.
I reckon it was probably might have been too hilly, or you reckon some hay was loading them up at night.
Yeah. But no, I was helping a farming buddy of mine a few years ago, and I went to spill a bear, tongue tied tonight.
Too steep to walk on.
Yeah, I got some grounds like that. Anyway, I bumped the bale with the spear. The next thing, it took off downhill, and I was going down through the hill in tractor in high gear because there's a road at the bottom of the hill,
Right.
2-lane road. and I didn't want that thing to run into anybody's car.
Car.
I had about 50 feet to go. It was to the point, was I going to back out of the throttle or hit the
Right.
bail, just let it go. I know you can't get the phone out quick enough when they take off. I've been the same way. And I've had them set for a couple minutes before they'll start to take off too. I've went the whole way down the field, turned around and come back, and all of a sudden it's like, what started pushing that bail?
Gordon said he had a neighbor's have one to roll away and run into the chicken house.
Oh my.
Yeah, we never have. You ever had it? Well, if you put your hay up the same day, you ain't never had none to walk off.
No. But I know it's happened in our area.
Okay. So it ain't just here.
No.
Excuse me.
I mean, when scrap prices go up, you don't leave tractors set where anybody can see them because your front suitcase weights will disappear.
Right. Well, we've had a couple hay spears get gone.
Really?
Like, leave the tractor sitting out in the field when we load them, and we've gone back and the hay spear be gone.
Oh my.
And the weirdest thing that I've noticed a couple years ago, they would steal the pins out. They wouldn't take the implement. They wouldn't take the spear.
Oh, yeah?
We've gone before in the hay spear, like I back it into a bale and leave it.
Yeah.
You go back the next morning, and your clips is gone, and when you drive forward, your spear's left in the bale.
Oh my.
Yep, never quite understood that, unless it was just a buddy or somebody playing a prank on me.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope the chicken house wasn't loaded either.
AJ said they lost one that went at a golf course that went to the pond.
Oh my.
Yeah, maybe if the house was loaded, they would probably be freaking out how to get the fans if it was not creating a draft.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a good prank if it was a prank. They never told me they pranked me, so if it was my buddies, they never admitted to it.
The one that rolled in the pond, did it go in far enough so it was just underwater so nobody saw it?
My luck, they'd want me
House
to,
full. Oh my.
Wow. Yeah, my luck, they want me to retrieve it out the pond.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter how. That would be my luck too.
You got to get that out.
It'd become fish habitat. That's fish food.
Right.
I won't charge you for that. That's what I'd tell them. Total loss.
Sank.
Scrap prices don't bother you.
Fish food.
Price of brass and lead, yeah.
Hey, Mark. Appreciate you coming in, buddy.
Hi, Mark.
People stealing your hay bales too?
Yeah.
Truck boy? Yeah, they'll walk off with them. So we got to where if we don't know the place and ain't been there, that as soon as we done, like the next day or so, as fast as we can, we try to get them home or to a.
Yeah.
Now, most of the time, we go ahead and stage them in our cow pens.
Okay.
Right, we go right inside of each pen and put a temporary fence up.
Okay.
Then that way, all we got to do is once the tractor's in the pen, you unhook your little spring handles,
Yeah.
back in and spear and hay up,
Yeah.
and go out of one gate to another pen.
Yeah.
That's how we.
Cool.
That seems to work the best for me. I've got to do some mods though, because doing it by myself this summer, because we've actually been haying all summer just about.
Yeah.
We it's hard to transition if you got pins that's touching to keep both sides happy. The one
Okay.
you're working in, they're gonna be happy,
Yeah.
but the other ones are gonna be at the gate waiting on you.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's hard for me by myself
yeah.
to transition the tractor from one pin to the other.
Yeah.
So we're actually gonna try to redo our corral systems that we have in each pen, so that corral consists of the gate, so I can drive in and be in a corral, so the
Yes.
cows can't get to me.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the plan.
That's kind of the problems we used to have when I worked for dairy farmers, taking silage and feed out to the heifers and stuff.
Try to get everything next to the road picked up.
Yeah.
I had planned on going and getting a bushel or two of boiled peanuts today. That's the pot. That's how we
Okay.
boil peanuts.
Okay.
You ever eat boiled peanuts?
Yeah.
Do you
It
like
must be a southern thing.
them? Okay.
I'm sorry.
A lot of people, like last year when I done a video, and never heard of them or didn't
Yeah.
like them. See, I wish I had some fresh ones right now. I think I could convince you.
Maybe if they were fresh. The ones I had, the guy boiled the night before and brought to work the next day.
Right.
They were cold.
Were they salty, or not salty?
They weren't real salty, but they were just, I don't know, soggy. I didn't care for them.
How about grits? You eat grits?
No, thank you.
What?
I'm not a southern boy. I'm a northern boy.
What? Don't eat grits?
No.
See, I might shouldn't have trusted you. I mean,
Yeah, it's good you didn't ask me them questions in Walmart parking lot.
I should have asked you that at Walmart. A man that don't eat grits.
I love biscuits and gravy, though.
Oh, I do too.
They're too lazy to steal your round bales.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to think of some more southern stuff, questions to ask you on here.
Oh, I like sweet tea.
Okay, I do too. I like Mountain Dew too. You drink Mountain Dew?
I don't drink much soda at all anymore. I've kind of gotten away from it.
I'm trying to quit drinking because of the corn syrup and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a little healthier.
Oh, you're waiting on dinner, Brian. We're making you hungry. Oh, well, what you gonna have for dinner? I mean, steak, baked potato.
Yeah.
You know, hamburger, French fries.
Trying to read Nicholas Rust, I believe. Appreciate you coming in. Do you like peppers?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Lasagna and pizza. That sounds good. Yeah, I like peppers. I don't care for them raw, but man, I love them cooked in stuff.
4 by 8s in this pickup.
Trying to get
Take out from the local place.
take out from the low. Okay.
Yeah, whenever we was getting the hay, we actually, when I went to spraying it after we cut it and baled it,
Yeah.
I would actually kind of keep a count in my truck on a little tablet,
Mhm.
so I would know about what I had total
Yeah.
and at each place. And I sent my son at that farm that was getting gone from is one of the farms that we was directly loading from the sale.
Yeah.
And I'd have him to mark it down. And then, like a couple weeks later, I went by and was doing another count,
Mm-hmm.
and the number that we had wasn't matching what we actually had on the ground.
Oh, probably
It would
wish you had.
I never could catch them though, but I would take hay string
Mm-hmm.
and tie it on my end bells of both ends.
Yeah.
So that way, if my string was gone, I knew bells was gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it got so bad that I would tie string on multiple bells. That way I
Yeah.
could see how many got gone
Oh,
without
my.
actually having to count my whole lines.
Oh my. And I mean, you know, to take round bales, that takes a little bit of effort because you got to bring something to load them with.
Right,
Or do you have many guys around that have them bale spears on the back of their pickups?
no, there's only one or two, and I don't think.
And I
they-
mean, I'm not accusing of
Right.
anybody. I shouldn't have said that.
I actually think they was rolling them on the trailers, like a low trailer.
But still, take a couple guys. You
Yeah.
got a good sized bale.
Yeah, but me and my son can roll them up a trailer with a
Okay.
ramp.
Okay.
But see, we eat grits.
No.
A lot of people don't eat
Okay.
grits. See, we eat grits.
You
How about
are
collards?
you
You
are
eat
pretty big boys.
You eat collards?
No, thank you.
What? But I even showed you my collard plants.
I know.
That's why you do it.
That's cool. That's why I didn't say one. My uncle was from Aberdeen, Mississippi. He tried to get me to eat a lot of this stuff. I'm sorry.
The hay's coming good, Mark. We actually checked on everything again Friday, and I'm about 80 to 90% sure that our fourth cutting that we was trying to get is going to be a loss. You know, it's not going to have enough time, and it's way too dry, and the temperatures is dropping at night. They dropped about a week and a half ago. We got a couple nights in the 50s, and that slowed the coastal down a little bit, in my opinion. But now it's so dry that I believe it's a loss. But like I said, I do still think we got about 10 acres that we'll get to cut.
That's cool. That's cool.
And if we get some more, we got a few more custom jobs that we might do and record some more hay videos.
Oh, you're too expensive with your hay, evidently. Yeah, Brian, that did take some work to take 2 cords of wood off the trailer.
So they still,
It's a wonder they just didn't hook to the trailer. You must have had it hooked to something.
No, but the tractor will be there, and that's actually one of the times that they took the clips out.
Okay.
Yeah, they might have, because I didn't want the key there. That might be why they took my clips.
That
They
might
might
be.
They might have wanted to use my tractor to load.
Yeah.
Hey, Carolina Tony,
How you doing?
we got our first guest on the live tonight. Carolina Tony. Carolina Tony's another guy. He's a semi-local. He's
Okay.
45 minutes away.
Okay, cool.
He does like all kind of museums and roadside attractions
Oh,
and
yeah?
stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
pretty interesting.
Cool.
Me and him's yet to meet. And he's probably the closest YouTuber to me that I know.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We've yet to meet up. We're gonna meet up one of these days.
Yeah, it just seemed like, I mean,
They figured it probably didn't run.
probably.
They probably thought the 574 didn't run. It was
Yeah.
abandoned.
Yeah.
They's like, there ain't no way we stealing that, taking the chance of going to jail.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's real bad in our area. People just take back in driveways and take utility trailers. I mean, we've had some campers stolen over the years in our area. I mean that takes guts.
Take care, Brian. Have a good week, buddy.
Yeah, man. Take care.
Yeah, we are in a pretty good area.
That's good.
Where we live. You know, and actually, to be honest, we had our first shooting, like death or homicide, here this past week in my town, and first one in 5 years.
Wow. Wow.
And I'm not sure, they haven't released a lot of details. I don't know nothing about it, but I thought that was pretty good. Still don't make you feel better when it happens, though.
No.
Seen yesterday. Young guys are typing too fast.
Yeah.
Play in the hay.
But
Charge you $17.50 to play in the hay. Well, we can arrange it cheaper than that, Tony. What'd you say? $15? That's saving you $2.50, ain't it?
yeah.
Just to go play in some hay.
Yeah. But I don't want you guys to think I live in a bad area when I'm talking about this stuff. I mean, this is stuff's happened in the last 20, 25 years.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I'm not scared to leave a bunch. You know what I mean? We got good neighbors too. Not
Yeah.
real close to us
Yeah.
neighbors, but if I know my neighbor's gone, I watch his place, and
Yeah.
if I see a strange vehicle, I go ask. You know, and
Yeah, that's where I live in my town. That's my neighbors and I are all like that. We watch each other's places. If whoever goes away watches the other
Right.
place, helps everybody out. We ask questions.
I've got my farmhouse I'll be telling you about.
Yeah.
I got a neighbor there, you know, and if a vehicle pulls in my yard, even if it's my daddy, he calls me.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Are you expecting such and such to be at your house?" I say, "Yeah, my dad's going over to get something out the shop." Or, "Okay, I was just making sure."
Yeah. I mean, the farm I farm, the farmhouse is rented out, and the property owner lives on the next knoll. And I do know the guys that rent the farmhouse. When I first started farming that farm, they would call the property owner and say, "Hey, somebody's over here in this such and such pickup." And they'd say, "Yeah, that's so and so.
Right.
He's supposed to be there." And I don't know if they still
Still
do
do
it
it
much
or
or not. I haven't asked in a long time, but they've learned to know who's to be there.
But it makes you feel better, like if your equipment happens to be left there.
Yeah. They do keep an eye out, you know, who's around the farm and stuff like that. And actually, the property owners are over at the barn almost every day themselves.
Right.
They just get out and ride around their property, just like to look. So
They we haven't. I don't leave our stuff out in a field, you know, open field most of the time. If I have to, I'll haul it back. Most of the time,
Yeah.
And our utility trailers out there that we haul hay and stuff on, small low trailers, I can actually load my 574 up and let the baler ride on the highway behind it.
yes, yeah,
Even my rakes and stuff.
yeah,
So I mean, if there's not somewhere I feel secure, like a house that I know the people, in several of my fields, my buddy that farms a lot more land, most of his stuff's fenced.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm close to there, I've got keys to his. I'll just
Okay.
park my stuff in his fences.
Yeah. 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 But
Makes it.
But in our area, people usually they'll park the stuff about as far off back in the field as they can because it takes some effort to get back to it and
Right.
stuff.
And it ain't seen right by the road real easy.
Yeah, yeah.
Several years ago, there was a bunch of people stealing batteries.
That's still going on in our area. It especially from excavating companies. I don't know why, because a lot of them batteries aren't standard size batteries that they
Right.
go in track loaders and stuff like that. A lot of that stuff specialty batteries.
It ain't gonna one size fit a lot. It's gonna fit
Exactly.
a few things, right?
Yeah. So, but that still goes on a lot up there.
The auction company that I go to several of the auctions, Rebel Auction Company.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to the security guy that be's there. I didn't know that they have a security guy there at night. Once they start bringing equipment in,
Yeah.
there's a security guy there. He was telling me that they didn't always do that, and sometimes, they won't or didn't.
Mm-hmm.
He was telling me that they had batteries stolen,
Yes.
and they didn't unbolt the batteries. They cut the cables on every piece
Yes.
of equipment,
Yes.
car, truck
Yes.
that was there, and it was like close to 200 batteries
Oh my word.
that they had to replace the cable ends.
Oh,
And they said most of them, when they cut them, they weren't long enough to put it
back.
in. They had to get rid.
Yeah.
That was an expensive
Yes.
endeavor, I bet.
Yeah. Did we miss a couple comments? Sorry, guys. The bigger the
The
battery.
bigger the battery, the more the scrap pays.
Yeah.
I ain't even thought about that.
Well, Steve, he's west of Toronto, and he has 1 to 2 murders there a year.
1 to 2 a year.
Yeah. Shooting every day in Toronto.
Wow. Guys, I would be a nervous wreck with letting my wife and kids, if they have to get out and go somewhere, if there was that kind of going on.
Yeah. Man, that.
I'm nervous enough now. I was mentioning it to Monty earlier.
Yeah.
Hey, Food Forest, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, how you doing?
Appreciate you coming in. Stealing batteries from you. Yeah, I was telling Mr. Monty earlier that I asked him how did he cope with his kids getting grown and moving out on their house, going on their own. But that's already hard on me. But both mine's still home.
It gets easier with time. The hardest thing is when they move out, you miss them, and then the first time they call and they're halfway crying because their car's something issue with their car or something's going down and you can't.
I said, how do you not want to just go jump in the car and go?
You do, but it's my kids live far enough away that that's just not an option.
Right.
It's just
So you just have to call
Comfort 'em.
somewhere and pay the bill to get it fixed and get it towed for them.
both of them
that-
have very good husbands. But now I left it out. I got 2 girls, which is fine. But yeah, they're their husbands take pretty good care of them. But it just sometimes when they call and something's going on in their life and they're half crying and stuff like that, it's hard. It's really hard. It gets, like I say, it gets easier with time. The older they get, the more they want to be around. They don't want to be around mom and dad anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But it's hard. Like I say, it just gets easier with time. You miss them. The phone calls, the texts, just a little text every now and then. Hey, how you doing and stuff like that. It helps a lot. Occasionally we FaceTime or something like that.
I mean, for instance, last week, my son, he goes to a tech school, which
Yeah.
is not even about an hour ride.
Mm-hmm.
He called his mama when he leaves school.
Yeah.
He had a blowout coming home.
Yeah.
He's 18 years old and can do everything on his farm that needs to be done.
Yeah.
But do you know that I quit what I was doing and drove to him to help make sure he had the tire put on?
You know what? I would do the same thing. If it was an option for me, I would do the same thing. That is one thing. When my oldest moved out, she had a blowout one night, and At that point in time, she lived 3/4 away across the United States. There is no more helpless feeling when your daughter calls you and says, "Daddy, I've had a blowout."
Right. Yeah.
You know, and she's 3/4 away across the United States. She'd called her husband, and you know, it took him a little while to get there. She was like 45 minutes away coming back. You know, and she talked to me almost the whole time. You know.
Right.
You know, and so that's all you can do. You know, comfort them and do as best you can. Like I say, you learn to deal with it. They learn to deal with it, and you learn to deal
Right.
with it.
So something I'm gonna have to learn how to cope with and get over, I reckon.
Yeah. I mean, that's the best advice I can give you. You know,
Good
we
deal.
we all grew up and left the nest.
Oh yeah. I mean,
you know,
I left out. My wife left.
yeah, you know, so it sounds like you and your wife have stayed close to the area though that
We
your
are.
family's in and
Yep,
everything.
right. This is home. We've never gone nowhere. Never moved.
So you know, I'm close. There's a lot of family where I live. Just you know, my kids just due to life and jobs. That's how it worked. Plan a food forest.
Feed generations.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. Appreciate you coming in. Well,
Yeah,
guys,
thanks for stopping in.
it's been an hour. I reckon we're gonna wrap it up here.
Man, this hour has flew by.
That hour went by fast, didn't it?
I've had a good time. I'm glad that we got together and we did this.
I'm glad that you come and we got to meet you and got on the live and helped me cover this hour
Man,
of time.
I've had a blast. I wish we could do this more often.
Maybe one day there'll be newer technology and we can all be closer and help
Oh,
each
yeah.
other more.
Oh yeah.
But guys, y'all have a good week.
Thanks, Steve.
I appreciate
Yeah,
all y'all
everybody.
coming in.
Don't forget to give Jackie a thumbs up on the video.
Y'all have a good week. Have a good one.
Thanks for stopping in, everybody.